Hey, how's it going, guys? It's your boy Zack Attack 2995, and that's Zack with a K, 9H. Y'all know the whole gimmick. I'm here with the boy, the Walk71, replaced the A with a 4. Uh, how's it going, man?
I'm going great. I'm happy because I get to review a pay-per-view that's actually going to be good.
Oh, yeah, shucky ducky, quack quack. So, in case y'all haven't read the title, which, I don't blame you, because, sometimes YouTube auto plays for whatever reason, even though you turned it off, but it does it anyways, because fuck you. We're going to be doing a review for WWE NXT TakeOver WarGames. It's been 20 years, man. 20 years. 20 years. I was 2 years old since the last TakeOver war game.
TakeOver?
Well, no, not Takeover. My bad. Since the last war game. Fuck you. You said Shawn Michaels versus HBK in one of the reviews, man. Give me some slack.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that because honestly, I saw the card for Survivor Series, and Survivor Series is already a tough enough match to do predictions for it. I just saw the card and I just was not interested.
I guess Survivor Series one thing that was it the possible Shield versus New Day match might be the match I will be actually excited for.
Yeah, true.
But that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That and Brock's probably gonna steamroll over AJ. So
I feel like they'll give him a little bit of offense, but he's still gonna take that L.
Yeah, he's still gonna take that fat L. All right. So before we continue, I'm gonna make a bit of a announcement because this has been on my mind all day, and I think I've decided I'm gonna do this. So going forward, starting now, my WWE content besides Universe Mode is strictly going to be NXT related because number one, the shows are about an hour 30, maybe 2 hours with commercials and all that stuff. So it's a lot more digestible. It's easier. It's straight to the point. It's quicker. I can watch that on a Thursday morning when I come home from work and just talk about it afterwards. So it's fast, easy, and straight to the point. And the second reason, and this is probably the biggest reasoning out of all of them, is just the fact that I really have not been invested in what's been going on Raw and SmackDown lately. I just have not been intrigued by the weekly shows. I haven't been interested. I haven't been keeping up with them. At this point, I just have no interest. And NXT has just been amazing. So unless the writers just absolutely take a nosedive, then I'm gonna just stick with doing my predictions and reviews, NXT related only. And the only SmackDown stuff will be my Universe Mode, which I'm working on the second week, and then I'm gonna do one more week before I do Backlash, brother. So yeah, that's my announcement. I'm gonna just stick with NXT on this channel going forward.
Yeah, I feel you. What was it? I just had the fact also that a Survivor Series almost all the championship like matches or whatever
are
heel versus heel.
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to get behind with Baron Corbin and The Miz? Who am I supposed to get behind with Natalya and Alexa Bliss? Who am I supposed to get behind for I guess the Usos, but they're still technically heel, I guess.
Right.
Versus Sheamus and Cesaro. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
I honestly, I think your whole that whole thing you came up with booking wise with Alexa Bliss versus Naomi would have been amazing, but they didn't pull the trigger, so whatever, it is what it is. But enough of negativity because we actually have a great show to talk about. NXT TakeOver WarGames, which will be in Houston, which was the second place I lived before I moved back. So yeah. Wait, what arena is it? Oh, Toyota Center. I've been there before. Sweet.
Houston.
Yeah. It's I remember being in the Toyota Center. That was wait, was TLC there? Because I remember I went to a TLC. It was 2010. That was when Kane
Yeah.
defended the. All right, so
Was
yeah,
that fatal
yeah.
four-way?
Yeah, it was that fatal four-way, and that was honestly match of the night. But then they
Yeah.
followed it up with John Cena versus Wade Barrett in the chairs match, and it made no sense to me at the time.
Got buried by chairs.
Yeah, pretty much what Kane did to Braun Strowman at this TLC.
But he didn't get up.
I saw that callback. I saw it. So the first match looks like it's gonna be your boy Cassius Ohno versus Lars Sullivan.
Let's see. In this match, I got Cassius Ohno winning now because it's like I actually kind of mess with Cassius Ohno because he's a compete against and team with one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, CM Punk. So it's not only that, but the fact that I feel like Lars Sullivan needs this loss because that way it can turn him more into a monster. Because honestly, he's one of those people in NXT I'm not really behind yet. Like I can't really get behind Lars Sullivan.
Exactly.
And then it's also that MMA chick, Daria. I can't get behind her either on NXT. I just feel like I need a direction towards what's going on with Lars Sullivan because right now he's just a guy who beats up people, but he has no substance or nothing like that. So I feel like he's gonna get a good match out of that with Cassius Ohno, but I feel like Cassius Ohno still needs to win because he's never like wanted to take over. But then like if he puts over Lars Sullivan, then like what's next? Like if you have Lars lose, he can just rough shot and just destroy everybody backstage. You know, kind of how Braun Strowman was when he lost to Sami Zayn.
Exactly.
Like, throwing people in trash cans.
Is he gonna have a dumpster match with someone?
With No Way Jose.
Or he could have it with Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
All right, so to piggyback off of your thing, I think Lars Sullivan needs some sort of purpose in NXT because right now he's just going around just aimlessly beating people up and destroying them. But if we could have some sort of goal or some sort of purpose for his character, I think that'll get people to get behind him more. Because honestly, I see this dude and I just see Ryback 2.0. I don't really get behind him. So
let's put a singlet on him.
Just put a singlet on him and have him say, "Feed me more." We'll be good. We'll be good. So yeah, I got Cassius Ohno, aka Chris Hero, winning this match. All right, next match. Oh God, dude, I'm torn on this match. I'm so torn. This is the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship. Wow, they're starting it with this? Damn, all right.
What?
So, yeah, looks, according to the card, they're starting with the NXT Women's Fatal 4-Way.
That's going to be the longest match. So.
All right. All right, so the competitors are Kairi Sane, who was the winner of the wait, shit, I got the wrong chick. It's not Alundra Breeze. Sorry, I just saw that new World Culture video. They've talked about her. The Mae Young Classic. So she was the winner of the Mae Young Classic tournament versus Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, and Nikki Cross. The reason I'm torn is because they got my girls Peyton Royce and Nikki Cross in this match. So you go ahead while I decide who I want to go with.
All right. So in these kind of matches, I feel like with a Fatal 4-Way, you got to go with the last like thought of who would win, and that's why I picked Peyton Royce because it seems like they're not going in a direction with Ember Moon right now for her to be in position to win the title. She lost both of those matches to Asuka. Kairi Sane's not winning. I feel like she's gonna hit her elbow and then Peyton Royce is gonna push out of the ring and win the title like that.
Hey, that's my booking, goddammit. You stole that from me, you son of a bitch.
and then Nikki Cross, I feel like there's bigger things for her maybe on the main roster. I don't feel like her winning the title would work, I guess, but I feel like Peyton Royce would be perfect with the NXT Women's title, especially if she wins like that. That just helps her whole thing of why she annoys people. And then her and Billie Kay with just holding the title and doing whatever.
Ooh, Billie Kay could actually come in and help with the finish too.
Yeah, since,
since Fatal 4-Ways are no disqualification, why not?
Yeah, and then I had another idea, but NXT just said, "Screw that, we'll have the match on TV soon." It was like, was it Ruby Riott versus Daria on oh no, what's her name now? Sonya Deville.
Oh yeah, that MMA chick.
Yeah, that girl. They apparently, I guess they're gonna have that match on like one of those tapings at the Takeover they do for NXT. So, but before that, I had a thought because you know how before this, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay were messing with Ruby Riott and all this kind of stuff. So then she can easily screw them out of the championship match, or you could put her in a feud with, say, I don't know, Kairi Sane or Ember Moon or somebody like that. Like they go for one of their top rope moves and then she pushes them off or something like that off of the top rope.
Right.
And then she just looks at them.
So this is my thought. First of all, Kairi Sane shouldn't win. Because this is my whole gimmick for y'all at home. Say it with me. It's too early. That's my whole gimmick is it's too early. I feel like you need to be on the roster for about maybe 2 to 3 months before you start winning the championship or your first run. Like Kairi Sane just won the Mae Young Classic. She's hot right now. I feel like the fans are still going to be behind her even if she loses. Plus, if we do that whole booking I did that you stole from me, where where she hits the elbow and she gets tossed out of the ring, that still protects her elbow because it's pretty much like she could have won. It was just that she was at the someone just outsmarted her pretty much. She was too naive. So you can still that still builds her insane elbow as a very dangerous move and one where if you get hit by it, it's done. Kind of like when Baron Corbin hits the End of Days. If you get hit by that, you're not getting up.
Unless you're John Cena.
Wait, did he kick out of the move?
I don't even know if he hit it. I was just saying.
Yeah, I don't think he got hit by it, but you get what I mean, though. So I know you went with Peyton Royce, so I'm going to go with Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross?
I'm going to go with the wild card Nikki Cross. Why? Because I would love to, she doesn't have to have a long reign with it. Nikki Cross could win the belt and then Peyton Royce could beat her for it. But, Nikki Cross, I want her to have a little bit of a title run before she loses. So maybe she can hold it till the next takeover and then Peyton Royce can win it. So that's what I'm going to go with Nikki Cross. My girl, Nikki Cross.
I feel like Nikki Cross doesn't need the title, because she's all in the, she's in the Sanity faction. So I feel like she's bigger than the title. If you kind of get what I mean,
But could you imagine if all of them have the belts though?
I mean, yeah, I could imagine that, but then you would hear people complain that Sanity is overpowered. They have all the titles. It's not fair. How that goes.
Well, quote unquote, one of the greatest factions of all time, the Shield, had both the tag team championships and the United States Championship during their run.
I mean, but then WWE also had the World Heavyweight title, the WWE title, and the Intercontinental Championship. So they could have taken that.
I don't know, man. I'm just going with Nikki Cross since you chose Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
I'm just balancing it out.
Yeah, I feel you.
So yeah. All right. Oh wow. Okay. All right. The matches they're placed on here is kind of weird how they're doing this. NXT Championship match: Drew McIntyre versus Andrade Cien Almas.
Well, I got Drew winning. I feel like Andrade is not going to be the person to take the title off of Drew if anybody does. I feel like Andrade will get a good match out of it because I see that they're building him up as this new Andrade. He got all the big wins now. He has a manager, valet. He's
Zelina Vega's been doing a really good job for his character so far.
Yeah, he's doing
I feel like this is what he needed.
Yeah, he's doing great. But this is the point. This is one of the reasons why I feel NXT needs more of a mid-card title because he would be perfect with that title. Then he could probably go for the NXT Championship. I feel like there should be a mid title for everyone to go after who, you kind of want to see them as NXT champion, but it just doesn't make sense. And it really wouldn't make sense if Drew McIntyre lost to somebody like Andrade Cien Almas. And I'm not trying to sound like Vince McMahon or nothing, but if you see the size and height difference, it just wouldn't make any sense.
I
That's
knew
like
exactly where you were going when you said I'm not trying to be like Vince McMahon. I knew it.
no, but then I feel like Drew McIntyre as champion has been really good. He's been putting on good matches. I like how his sort of attitude is like he's giving an open challenge to anybody. If anybody wants to face him, he's there for the match, and then the match ends up being really good. Like his
Yeah,
match at Rock Strong.
you just gotta meet him face to face, pretty much.
Yeah, if you can, because he's pretty tall.
Exactly. You might have to stare up at him, but hey,
Yeah.
he'll give you a match if you look him in the face.
And talk to William Regal,
Oh, true. William!
greatest GM of all time.
Dude, I miss when Samoa Joe would always just yell out William's name. Real!
I used to love it when he was when it was him and Kevin Owens, and like Kevin Owens was beating the crap out of Sami Zayn, and then he got involved, and then he got like hit or whatever. He was actually like trying to fight the wrestler sometimes. That was cool.
Yeah, dude, William Regal doesn't give a shit, man.
Yeah.
But I've got Drew McIntyre winning too, because I feel like, to piggyback off of you, even though Cien Almas has been having some good matches, especially with my boy Johnny Gargano, I don't think he's going to be the guy that takes the championship away. However, this is who I predict is going to take the title away from him. I think eventually, when they build this guy up enough, I think it's going to be Adam Cole that takes the title away from him. Yeah. I feel like he's going to be the next top heel of NXT, especially with this faction going on, the Undisputed. The fucking era part just pisses me off.
Yeah, put in like quotations, not quotation, parentheses.
Yeah, the Undisputed parentheses era. But yeah, I feel like, because I've noticed a bit of a pattern NXT has where, you know, face heel when it comes to champions. You know, even if Drew McIntyre loses the belt, that doesn't mean he's immediately going to get shoved to the main roster, because I know that's something that people are worried about. You know, look no further than Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. Samoa Joe and Finn Balor traded the belts back and forth, and it wasn't until afterwards that Samoa Joe went up. But, you know, you could have Drew McIntyre and Adam Cole, you know, switch the belts back and forth a bit before one of them gets called up.
Yeah, but I think Drew, he said in the interview he doesn't want to go to Raw and SmackDown.
I don't blame him. I don't blame it.
Because last time he was on anything Raw, SmackDown, he was part of a band and he was a jobber. So,
oh yeah,
yeah. So I think he wants to.
Sucks because, you know, that whole Chosen One gimmick was so perfect, and then they just made him one of the 3-man band.
Now, what would be dope is if, like, he lose the title, he's like out of the main championship picture. But say he enters himself into the UK Championship division.
Ooh.
And then he can go after Pete Dunne, because I have him in my UK division on my Universe mode. That's why I was thinking about that. You could have him do that and still be in NXT and still possibly hold another big title.
See, that's another Pete Dunne match I want to see, because I remember, I know that George tweeted out that he had a picture of Neville with the UK title. And he said, "Baby, you could have had this, but you were too stupid to do anything with it." And I was like, yo, Pete Dunne versus Neville, that would have been amazing.
That would have been money.
But yeah, Drew McIntyre versus Pete Dunne, that's another money match right there too.
And that's another way to like boost the UK thing. Like, you have a big star on there, so it's gonna have people be like, oh, let me watch Drew McIntyre on whatever the UK show is and stuff like that. So
dude, why is it that we have to book this shit and WWE just doesn't do it, man?
We do shit for free.
We do shit for free. We don't get paid for this. God damn. All right. Oh, but yo, this match right here. This is the match I'm looking forward to the most. Aleister Black versus Velveteen Dream. Yo, the way he pulled up on my man Aleister Black. That shit was nuts.
That's
Say
like
my name.
Like, you know, in 2K when you do the pre-match
run-in.
And the person
doesn't
even know that you're there, like you're just standing behind them and they have no recollection of what's going on. That was like what happened on there. Like, he was behind him the whole entire time. And he didn't even know.
Yeah, he like rose up from the smoke behind him, man. That shit was nuts.
I was like, what the fuck? I had to rewind it because I was like, what just happened?
That shit got me to pop so hard, man. I was losing my shit. and then like he tied his arm between the ropes and was slapping him around. Dude, this out of all the matches, this in my opinion has been like the best built match on the card.
Yeah, it's like because like the thing is, this match itself in the feud has been like, you know, has been going on for a while now.
Yeah, this all started when Aleister Black first was cutting that promo, and then Velveteen Dream came out.
He just dropped down on his knees, crawled up, and then crawled back out. And I was like, "This is money," because it's like
I remember you were the one that was the most excited about this, and I was like, it's intriguing. I just don't know where they're gonna take this. And then just week after week after week, I'm like, oh my god, I want to see this match.
Because the best part about it is they're two opposites. That's like what intrigued me, because Aleister Black is like this quiet, you know, kind of
dude,
you know, to himself, and then Velveteen Dream is this exotic, flamboyant, loud,
Raul kind of guy.
Yeah, Raul.
If you don't know what we're talking about,
oh my god,
go watch his Extreme Rules 2016 pay-per-view prediction or review video. There's a story time in there. You do not want to miss it.
Was it Extreme Rules or was it Payback?
It was Extreme Rules because it was when Seth Rollins came back.
Bro.
Oh my gosh, that's still one of his best stories, man. I'll stand by that until the day I die.
Oh my god, Burger King! I can't even look at Burger King and see it no more. Like, I remember after I heard that, it was like a few weeks later, I went to Burger King and I just couldn't stop laughing. What happened?
Oh Jesus! All right, I'm sorry. I derailed your train of thought, man.
No, but I was just saying, you know, they're two total opposites, and then the whole thing is Aleister Black, you know, isn't acknowledging him. Like, he's ignoring him through all of this. He just looks at him, or he'll just turn his face. And then Velveteen Dream just wants him to acknowledge him and all this kind of stuff. And honestly, this is going to sound far-fetched, but honestly, it would be amazing. It would work with both of them. I would have Velveteen Dream beat Aleister Black.
Ooh.
By like some BS, like by something happens. He does something, whatever Velveteen Dream does, he blows something in his face. I don't know what he'd do. And then have him beat him, right? And then kind of have Aleister Black just be very confused, because out of all people he's faced, Lio Rush, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, Hideo Itami, Andrade Cien Almas, all the people he's faced, he got beat by Velveteen Dream. Somebody that nobody thought he was going to beat. Then you can go off of that, and then you can
have a whole self-discovery thing.
Yeah, something like that. Or then you could have it where Velveteen Dream acts like he owns Aleister Black, and then that can create a whole nother match they can have, and then have him beat him, and then just shoot Aleister Black, like, you know, to the main event, sort of, in a way.
Right. I was originally going to have Aleister Black win because he's my boy, but that having Velveteen Dream out of all the people he has faced beat him actually kind of makes sense now that I think about it, because it's just something that's so out of left field. And it could be something where after that, Aleister Black is just gone from NXT for a while, and then when he comes back, he has a new sense of purpose, where he's got like this goal where he has to be the Velveteen Dream.
Yeah. And like,
kind of cool.
Dream, you know, just boasts around saying, I beat Aleister Black. I beat Aleister Black. And then, you know, he's just...
Yo, what if after that, the Velveteen Dream starts using Aleister Black's finisher as a trophy?
I was thinking that, or just start wearing his vest.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been wearing his vest that 1 week, so why not?
Yeah, just wear his whole entire vest. Still his entrance, like, on the episode, like, his music comes up, right? And then when the whole thing where Aleister Black rises up is just a Velveteen Dream.
Yo, like, you get people thinking it's Aleister Black, but it's really him.
It's him.
Yo, he'll have so much heat.
Bro, that would be an amazing build-up. Just have him beat Aleister Black, and then have him act like he just owns the guy and he's just better than him. And then Aleister Black eventually comes out It's kind of like when Jeff Hardy lost to CM Punk and he left WWE and CM Punk came out as Jeff Hardy.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and then he just acted like he owned everything because he defeated everyone's favorite wrestler, and then the Undertaker pulled up and beat him, but then the Undertaker could just be Aleister Black in this situation.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
That works. That works. I'm going with that. All right, this is the last match. Sanity versus Undisputed versus the Authors of Pain in the War Games match. So this is something I'm still confused by. Because I saw this week's NXT, and I'm still confused on how Roderick Strong got teamed up with the Authors of Pain.
Like, it doesn't make sense. I guess because, like, Authors of AOP and Roderick Strong have, well, because, you know, Roderick has been feuding with Destiny. I said Destiny, didn't I?
Yeah.
My bad. Sanity. He was feuding with Sanity for a long time. And then AOP feuded with them next. Then it's like, I guess they're just teaming up because they all have common enemies. You know, like the saying, you know, my enemy's enemy is
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, that shit. And then basically they just team up, and then after that they go their separate ways. But it's still sort of confusing because it's like they haven't shown any reason why.
They haven't shown like a backstage area thing. Like, you know, this is what they could have done. They could have had what's Paul Ellering? They had Paul Ellering pull Roderick Strong aside, pretty much whisper in his ear, and that's, you know, pretty much, you know, letting them know that, you know, he's pretty much has a game plan for him being involved or something like that. They could have done that, but they haven't. So to me, this seems kind of maybe out of left field. Like they're like, here's a third person, just throw him in. He's involved in the storyline, whatever. So besides that, though, I'm really excited about this match. I'm still a little confused on how this match works because, like I said, I was 2 years old when this match was around.
I wasn't even born.
Damn.
Exactly. I've never watched a War Games match, and I want to, but I just couldn't find time to. And I don't know what's the best War Games match to watch.
Yeah,
I can understand it.
I think one of them is on the WWE YouTube channel. I don't know if it's any good or not, but I could look it up. King of Cobras 73 says he has strong turning. Interesting.
Turning as in, does he join the Undisputed era? Or
I don't know. What do you mean by him turning, King of Cobras? You gotta elaborate, my guy. But shit. Let me look up the rules for War Games real quick, because I know there's two rings side by side, and then there's that cage.
It's like a Hell in a Cell, sort of, I guess.
I just don't know exactly the rules of it. So let's see. War Games rules. All right, so War Games match. Here we go. Wikipedia. One of the most reliable sources on the internet, brother.
But quality.
All right. So the War Games match is a gimmick match used originally in the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and later held annually in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, which is what you've been making fun of me for. All right, so format. The War Games match consists of two teams of either 4, 5, or more men, each facing off with each other in staggered entry format. The setup of the cage consists of two rings side by side, with a giant ring encompassing rectangular cage that covers both rings. Doors were placed at far corners of the rectangular cage so the two teams didn't come into contact with. Oh, okay, so this is kind of like Hell in a Cell and Elimination Chamber a bit. Okay, got you. Okay. So I think what happens is there's a countdown, and one of the cage doors opens, and that person comes in, kind of like Elimination Chamber. Because I remember there was an interview where Triple H said that he was inspired by War Games, and that's how he made the Elimination Chamber match. So yeah, that makes more sense now. All right. Okay. Yeah, King of Cobras says he turns and joins the Undisputed Era. Or if we want to go crazy, Dijak makes his TV debut and joins the Undisputed. All right, bro, stop.
And then Leo Rush comes out too.
Oh my god!
But no, he might get booed out the arena because everybody hates Leo Rush apparently.
Yo, all the he had after Emma got fired, he made fun of her, bro. Actually,
like when the fuck did everybody get so offensive over a damn joke? Like shit. Like
I mean, I think it was just the timing of it that was probably the issue.
I bet you, I can 100% guarantee if Leo Rush was still in Ring of Honor, he said that people would have just been dying laughing. And all this other kind of stuff. Nobody would have been trying to crucify this man over a damn joke. And he was like seconds away from getting fired if he didn't come out with an apology.
Right, yeah. He would have been done if he didn't apologize.
Would have sent his ass back to Ring of Honor.
But, yeah, all right. So, all right, this one's going to be an interesting match to predict. Who do you got?
This is hard because it's like, who needs this win the most?
I know, right?
I guess you would go with Undisputed Era, but they barely survive, you know, because you want to still keep the whole thing about War Games. Because I was watching like these two videos. One was Arn Anderson talking about War Games, and the other was Booker T talking about it. And they both said or was close to saying that nobody wins War Games, you just survive. So I feel like Undisputed Era is gonna win by like something small, some small thing happens and then they win. But like I feel like if anybody needs it would be was it the Undisputed Era, because Sanity are still tag champs. Roderick Strong, I'm starting to go towards that idea King Cobra's had of him like kind of joining the Undisputed Era, because you can have the whole thing where he feels like
it's just a ruse.
Yeah, it was just a ruse, and then that would sort of explain why he did what he did, I guess.
Yeah,
and then like you could also have the thing where he feels like he never gets, you know, the opportunities he wants. Like he wasn't on the show. He wasn't probably even thought about on the show until he was brought in by Undisputed Era, because it looked like he wasn't going to be on that takeover because the direction it was going towards. You could say that, join them, then beat up everybody. Because I feel like a heel Roger Strong would be really good.
Yeah, definitely. Because he's known as the Backbreaker Messiah, and I feel like that was a heel character he had in ROH.
Yeah, plus like his moveset is more of a heel moveset. Like he's literally trying to break somebody's back. Like I can't.
He's trying to like break these dudes in half, man. Like that's not necessarily like a face thing to do. Like, dude, he was on the top rope. Did a backbreaker on Adam Cole last week, man.
Yes. Oh my god.
He almost killed him.
And then like the rest of his movesets, you know, he does like a back drop on the ring apron, which is like the hardest part of the ring. That's injury. Then I don't know if you've seen this match, but it was like on a special sort of episode of NXT where they were like at a live event and they had Roger Strong face, I'm gonna assume Shane Thorne of TM61, and he did this move where he put him on the ropes and then he dropped him on his back or something like that, and that looked like really brutal. Yeah.
All right. So before I give my predictions, I just want to say this one thing, and I said this before to you off camera, but this match needs color, man. Because this match is supposed to be like a dangerous match. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it's been 20 years since we've had this match. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like this is a match where it's ended careers. People have said you don't win War Games, you survive it. Yes. We need to show how brutal and just how feral this type of match is. Because, I mean, if you're going to bring this match back, you kind of need to bring the spirit of it. And, you know, either you don't have to do blade jobs. I don't know. Hard way would be kind of a brutal way to do this, though. But if you have to do that, then so be it. But I feel like there needs to be color of some sort in this match, and it needs to be nasty. Like, this needs to be a nasty, just grungy match. So I'm gonna go with Undisputed Era, just because I feel like since they've been on NXT, they haven't really been established that well. Like they've had a pretty cool theme, and I'm waiting for WWE to release it. But other than that, we don't really know a lot about them. They haven't really done a whole lot, and I feel like this match will definitely establish them and make them main event players.
So apparently I was doing some research on What Culture, and TNA did their own version of a War Games match. It was like Team Christian Cage versus Team Kurt Angle. But it was just one ring in a cage, but they still had sort of the same concept of it, I guess. And Ring of Honor did it too with CZW. If that is important at all.
Yo, that reaction though, man. I did that gif of the dude just like shaking his head and blinking his eyes. Dude, I was not prepared for that shit at all.
Yeah, TNA, brother. Or no, my bad. Impact Wrestling. Oh wait, GFW. Oh wait, I don't know.
Yeah, whatever it was that you wrote where it was like all of them together, that's what it is at this point.
No, that's NXT now.
No, true.
That place in Orlando, that other wrestling company in Orlando, I don't know what you call that, because they were TNA, then they became Impact Wrestling, then they became GFW, then the stupid part about it is they rebranded their whole entire show, their titles. They changed the name of the TNA World Title.
And they didn't even solidify the deal.
No, it was never solidified. And Jeff Jarrett is gone. Jeff Jarrett is in, rehab right now. And now they're back to Impact. But you know what they did? They just put Impact on the front of all the championships.
Oh my god.
And on the side plates, it still says GFW.
Oh my god.
The title is still the Impact Global Wrestling Champion.
Oh my god, dude. What the fuck is wrong with that place?
I was watching the highlights for their Bound for Glory series. Bound for Glory series. The Bound for Glory pay-per-view, whatever the fuck it was. The main event was cool, but everything else was kind of meh. And then Sammy Callahan showed up, got no reaction. Jimmy Jacobs showed up, got no reaction. Alberto Del Rio showed up. He got sort of a reaction.
Probably got booed.
The fans didn't know what to boom or cheer him. I don't even think he knew what to do, because at first he said TNA hates him, and then he was all happy saying welcome to the show. Some crap. He was like up and down. I don't understand this, bro. I was sitting there just watching it. It helped me go to sleep. I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Then the main event, he came out, he took out both Eli Drake and Johnny Mundo, then put Eli Drake on top of Johnny Mundo, or Johnny Impact as they call him now.
Oh yeah, true. Randy brother.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on in TNA GFW Impact.
You know what? Let me save you the trouble. This is what they're called. Bankrupt. That's what they're called.
Did you hear about what they're doing for their fans for the tapings after Bound for Glory?
Aren't they like paying fans to come there?
They are paying actors to come to the show, $50 to each actor to come to the show and cheer for the people they want them to cheer for. And
oh my god, man.
What the fuck?
Just when you think they can't sing to a lower level, they surprise. Man, they just surprise themselves, man. God damn it.
God, that was horrible.
Oh my god.
$50. Not even like, that's not $50. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, to watch TNA for $50. Get the fuck out of here.
I think there's two TNA matches that I truly enjoyed. The first one was the one that absolutely like resurged them, which was the Jeff Hardy versus Matt Hardy. Oh
yeah,
that match they had where it was outside their house.
What
was the match called?
It was outside the house. No,
it was
Final Deletion.
Yeah, Final Deletion. I enjoyed that match, and then I also enjoyed the match where it was Scott Steiner and that one announcer versus Abyss and the other dude.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other, because Scott Steiner kept his gimmicks, and I enjoyed that. But yeah, that was the last two matches of TNA I enjoyed. That's not saying much.
One of my favorite matches, and I'm not saying this because this is almost TNA's greatest match, was that Triple Threat X Division match between AJ Styles, Christopher Downs, and Samoa Joe. That match was lit.
Dude, I saw highlights of that. I gotta find a way to see the whole match.
It's on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube.
It is?
If it's not on YouTube,
damn.
then check Daily Motion. I know they'll have
probably.
it.
That's probably where it's at.
Another good match.
Seen highlights of that, and it looked lit.
Yeah. Another good match was Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles. That was good, where AJ Styles turned heel. I messed with that.
Wait, was that the whole TNA Katie Vick gimmick or no?
No, that was way before that.
Oh, okay.
That Katie Vick gimmick was right before AJ Styles like grew a beard and grew his hair out and stuff. That was way before that.
That was like short-haired AJ Styles.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. And then like another good match was not even a good match, but just a good run in general was Bully Ray. That was amazing.
I heard about Bully Ray.
That was amazing. That's like when I actually got back into watching TNA, because I was watching TNA when it was like really good. And then once Hulk Hogan got there, then I stopped watching because it got terrible. Then they moved it to Monday nights because they thought they was going to compete with Raw. No, it went back to Thursdays in like a month, I think. And then Hulk Hogan ran shot. Then he left. He changed the 6-sided ring to a regular ring. And then when Hulk Hogan left, they brought back the 6-sided ring. Then I believe no. I stopped watching when they brought back the 6-sided ring, but I was watching with Austin Aries, Jeff Hardy, Bully Ray was all there. Then I stopped watching because it got boring. And now I just look at it just to laugh.
That's true. I remember I started watching TNA when Daphne was around, and then
I remember that. Oh my god,
yo, dude, Daphne was like one of the greatest female characters on the roster, man.
Didn't they like make her? She was supposed to be like Sarah Palin, and then she got jumped, and then she became Daphne or some shit like that.
And then I remember like they paired her up with Abyss. And then he chokeslammed her on the thumbtacks.
Oh my god!
During that match he had with Mick Foley.
Yeah,
dude, that was a brutal match. Now I kind of see a bit of Daphne and Rosemary. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but
I was about to say
Rosemary is another character I like.
Yeah, Rosemary is doing pretty well.
Because I remember that whole faction of Abyss, Rosemary, and Crazy Steve when they had when they had that Marilyn Manson song. Shit, what's the name of that? Oh, Decay, yeah. Shit, what was the name of that Marilyn Manson song? I know I have it on my phone. Let me look it up real quick. The Nobodies. That's it. It's the Nobodies.
I actually found out some interesting stuff about Abyss from like back in 2007 that would have just changed, I think, or maybe not changed wrestling, but just changed a lot of things in WWE if that would have happened with Abyss back in like 2007.
Right.
So back in 2007, you know how it was Undertaker versus Batista at Mania?
Right.
It was supposed to be Undertaker versus Abyss.
Ooh, yo.
And
that would have been lit.
The thing was, I believe, who won the Royal Rumble that year? It was Undertaker who won it, right?
Wait, what year was that?
2007. Yeah, it was the Undertaker. Yeah,
okay.
It was the Undertaker. And the thing was, Abyss was supposed to get involved in the Royal Rumble. He was either supposed to eliminate Undertaker or something like that, or let me think, how is it going to be done? Because I know Batista was world champion at that point, but I think it wasn't. I think it was either going to be for the title or it wasn't. They were supposed to have a match at Mania, and Abyss was supposed to get involved, and then he was supposed to face him at Mania. But Abyss was about to do it, but then he told them no, he wanted to be loyal to TNA because he was already there. And I found that out like a few weeks ago.
Damn, that actually would have been pretty dope.
That would have been good because I remember watching YouTube videos of like WWE versus TNA, and one of the matches was either Abyss versus Undertaker or Abyss versus Kane. And I just remember, like, when will Abyss ever come to WWE?
Yeah, I think either one of those would have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right, anything else you want to talk about before we end this?
Let me think. John Cena's in the Survivor Series match.
I heard about that. He's a special guest referee.
No. He's in the Survivor Series match. Like, he's on Team SmackDown.
The fuck? Wait, when did this happen?
They put this on Twitter on like Tuesday. No, not Tuesday. Either Tuesday or Thursday.
God
Thursday.
Damn, man.
Yeah, no Rusev.
What are we doing?
No Rusev.
So fuck Rusev Day, I guess. All
Yeah,
right.
that, and then also the fact that also the fact that John Cena is a free agent, which means he's not a part of a brand, also makes no sense because why are you on SmackDown or Raw if you're a free agent? You have no allegiance to anybody. What? Like that doesn't make any sense. That's like
He's demanding 5,000 to persist me, the best
oh
brother.
god. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about Emma.
Yeah, I knew it was bringing up. I knew this was gonna get brought up sooner or later. All right, let's talk about this.
What does she think she is demanding all that from a company like that?
Yo, I gotta pull this up so I can read this to the people in case they don't know.
Bro, that's
All
really
right.
starting to make me just not feel bad for her that she got fired, honestly.
All right, so well, yeah, she's my problem now since she's my champion on SmackDown. But yeah, this was on the Squared Circle Reddit page. Emma's negotiations to work in Stardom has fallen through due to her demands. Emma, who will go by Tenelli Dashwood. Wait, is it Tenelli or is it Tenell?
I think it's Tenell.
All right, Tenell Dashwood, her real name, was in talks with Stardom, which that was one of the promotions we talked about.
Yeah.
To start when her non-compete ended. But negotiations have fallen through as her asking price of $2,000 per match, plus first-class tickets and full creative control, were thought to be economically or business prudent by the company. Yeah, I want first-class plane trips and creative control, brother. I want to drop the lug and know what's going over me.
Who does she think she is?
I want $1,000 every minute the match goes over.
That doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god!
You know what she did? You know what she did?
She shot herself in the foot, man.
Shot herself in the foot. Because now, if that's like true and everything, just imagine what other companies are gonna feel like. It's like, why would we hire you? You see what you
well,
just did.
There goes Shimmer.
Shimmer, Stardom. She might just have to complete in Women of Honor. That.
Oh no, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Taylor Hendricks did the smart move and left that shit.
Brandy Rose showed up, so you know.
Oh god.
But like that doesn't make any sense. Like she feels as though because of the whole thing with Cody Rhodes and like all the other indie people that make a lot of money off of not being in WWE, they make more money not in WWE than they did when they were like Cody Rhodes and yeah, it's not gonna work like that. To be
fair though, Cody Rhodes is fucking Cody Rhodes. Like
that's true.
He is technically wrestling royalty.
Yes.
For Emma, you gotta build yourself up before you start demanding that shit.
Then like also like I'm pretty sure almost a lot of their money, because I know Young Bucks said that a lot of their money comes from the t-shirt sales.
Like it's the deal with Hot Topic and all that.
Yeah, that shot them up tremendously. Then people were buying their shit off of Pro Wrestling Tees already.
I remember when I tried buying that American Nightmare Cody Rhodes t-shirt on Hot Topic, and it was about 3 weeks that they got sold out.
Yeah, and I still need to go to the Pro Wrestling Tees store that they just opened in where I'm at. I really want to go there because my friend got the Chicago Bullet Club t-shirt. It looks really good.
Oh, nice.
I need it in my life.
All right. Well, I think that's about does it, y'all. I think we can end it on Emma being Hulk Hogan. You can find me at your local Hot Topic, but if you don't want to leave the house, which I understand, you can follow me on Twitter at ZackTag2995. That's Zack with a K, the whole gimmick. You can follow me there on Twitch as well.
Yes.
Instagram. Shit, what else? I'm not giving my Facebook because I don't trust y'all. I'm sorry, I just don't trust y'all. I've got a Discord in case y'all want to hang out and talk about anime and wrestling
and coffins.
Oh yeah, no, do it at Katie Big Style. That's been my whole gimmick so far. Yeah, so you can the link to that will be in the description after the video goes up live. I'll be doing a review of TakeOver WarGames either the day of or the day afterwards, depending on how tired I feel. That'll be up on here. And is there anything you want to shout out before we leave, man?
Well, I have a YouTube channel as well. I review wrestling and other stuff. I'm trying to branch out and play other games, but other games really suck right now, to be
Yeah, I
honest with
feel
you.
you.
And if they're good, I'm not good at it, so I don't want to
True.
embarrass myself. So, I have a lot of wrestling and stuff, so you can check it out at TheW4lk71. Play Stay with a 4. Follow me on Twitter with the same name. Twitch, I stream on there whenever I feel like it, because I'm not dedicated.
Same.
Yeah, basically. What else? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
Emma really just got me like fluttered right now with the dumb shit she just tried to pull, and it didn't even work. Like she didn't even get the job, so she looks really stupid. So she's
Yeah,
still jobless right now.
that really blew up her fucking face, man.
That was stupid. Oh my god,
Yeah,
first class.
she better not be demanding that shit from me now that she is champion. I'll let her go ASAP.
And I ain't picking her ass up. She ain't come back.
But yeah, all right. So before we leave, I'm gonna end up waiting till Black Friday before I get the Duke COD. I heard it's pretty good.
I fucks with COD Black. World War II. Oh my goodness.
I mostly play the games for zombies, so that's why I'm gonna wait until Black Friday. But after that, I'll probably mess around with that. And that might be one of the Twitch games I do.
Yeah, it's good. If you want like I guess a review of it, it's nice. Right. I mess with it like because I really wanted Call of Duty to go back in time, because I remember when I kept saying Call of Duty needs to like be more futuristic, and then what happened is they sort of ruined their game by doing that.
That shit was too futuristic, man. I couldn't fuck with that shit.
Because the only thing I wanted, because I used to play games with my friend, or I used to talk to him about it. He had Xbox, at PlayStation, so he used to play Halo all the time, and I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you could do that in Call of Duty? So then they do it, and they ruin the game while trying to do it. So now that they went back in time, that's dope. Back to World War II, and it's actually realistic if you play the campaign. They actually do the real wars that happened during that time. Multiplayer is fun. They actually added like a free roaming part to it, so you're not just sitting in a menu when you want to like play a game. You could just walk around, watch like not theater movies, but like different stuff like that. There's a shooting range. You could pick up supply drops, stuff like that. So you're not just sitting looking at a menu when you're ready to play multiplayer and stuff like that. And then the multiplayer is pretty cool too as well.
Damn, that sounds pretty dope. Yeah, so far the only two games I've been playing on Twitch or my PlayStation is 2K18 and Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm messing with Overwatch a lot, but it just frustrates me sometimes. So I'm looking for new games to play. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time. Rock out and scream, cuckoo shoe. Bye-bye.